Hi, everybody. It's Amber with Tune In Tuesday for Hope, Healing Our Past Experiences. And so I just want to welcome you back again this week. And I just appreciate you following along as we discuss the tough stuff, answer the questions that you are asking, and sharing stories of hope. And so this week, as I was preparing for the video, I was thinking about the many things that girls struggle with after we have been sexually abused, misused, or have experienced sexual trauma in any form or fashion. And we struggle with a lot of guilt and shame. Every one of us do. And why is that? Well, guilt is that we feel like we've done something wrong. And shame, it's that we feel like we're bad, or it's often associated with a secret event like our abuse or being molested or rape or abortion or any of those things that like we think that we can't share for fear of disgust and disbelief and what are people going to think and what are people going to say. And so we just really keep those things hidden and tucked away to the point that they can make us physically sick. And you know, as I've talked about the definition of sexual trauma being unwanted, unasked for, or age inappropriate, I often have girls say, well, I know I've not ever experienced trauma. And they want to minimize what's happened to them. And so this is where I'm at today. I want to talk to you about ranking your trauma. And so maybe you're one of the girls that say, no, they just made me feel icky, or maybe that hug was a little longer, or well, they just slapped me on the bottom, or they just grabbed my crotch with my pants still on, or they grabbed me for a kiss and it was just unexpected. And we want to give all these excuses and things like that. But the point is did you feel violated? Did you feel like you had a choice in the matter? If you didn't have a choice, then you didn't consent to that kiss, or to being smacked on the bottom, or somebody running their hand up your crotch, even with your clothes on. Like, you can be violated fully clothed. And what's sad is that it's often happening in front of others, especially for children that are experiencing this. It might be like, hey, come sit on my lap. And the person they're sitting on their lap, their hand is just way too up high on their leg. And so that's kind of like testing it out. And the adults in the room should be the one with the voice saying, hey, that's just inappropriate. Let's not do that. And helping that child verbalize, being able to speak what is going on. It's not up to the children for prevention. You understand here what I'm saying? Like, we can talk to them about, their personal space and their underwear zones and all these things. And I think that's fantastic. But 100% of the prevention shouldn't fall on our children. And so this is where I'm at today. If you have experienced something that made you feel violated, like you had no choice in it, and it's causing you after effects, then it crossed the line of healthy. Everything on this line is beautiful. It doesn't need healing, everything on this side. But when it crosses the line and it's no longer healthy, then it's a hurt. Are you following me? And I don't care if your hurt is just past the line here, or if it's like way off the graph here, because I've had so many girls come to me and be like, oh, Amber, mine is not as bad as yours. Like what you went through, it was horrible. But mine was just. Well, anytime you hear the word, it was just, you're getting ready to minimize the situation. So don't minimize your wounds. As long as you're minimizing your wounds, there's still going to be wounds. It's when you can own those wounds, that you've been violated, that you've been hurt without your permission. You didn't have a choice in the matter. Therefore, you're not guilty of that. They made you part of the plan, and I'll talk about that another time, how perpetrators have a plan, but you were part of their plan. They weren't part of your plan. Are you following me here? Because you weren't the co-planner in what happened to you. You had no choice in it. And if you were a child, you are acting as a child. Don't be putting adult responsibilities on the child. Because I was guilty of that. I would look back as myself as a child and be like, why didn't you do this, Amber? Come on, you could have done that and then protected yourself. No, that's irrational rationalization right there. I'm putting adult responsibilities on a child that I was incapable of pulling out. Those are unrealistic expectations on my younger self. And I know I'm not alone in that. So I just want to encourage you to own your wounds. You have to acknowledge that you have wounds before you're ready to heal those wounds. And if you decide that you're ready to start healing, then I want you to check out tryhope.com. That's our website. It's www.2tryhope.com. There's some resources on there with our curriculum. We're getting ready to come up with some digital downloads and things like that. That's coming soon. We want to be able to meet you right where you're at and joining on your healing journey, because you're not alone. I hope to see you back again next week as we do Tune In Tuesday. Again, this is Amber, and I'll see you later.